He wanted to change the way people look at office buildings.
Usually financing sources are backwards looking because they don't want to take big risk. I had to convince myself, but also my partners, that this was a good idea. What I tried to do is really cast it not so much in the save the world climate change context, but rather the best business workspace that I could create.
Back then, this was cutting edge. This was the first gold standard LEED building in the state of Florida that was a multi-tenant occupant space.
The LEED process is just a lot of points that you can earn. One of the biggest challenges for me is to try to understand all those points. How do you achieve them? How do you design the building and not get that point rejected? We put a little extra into it, so we ended up with a gold.
It makes sense to be sustainable. It makes sense to be a steward of what God's given us. There's real money to be saved by being efficient. Instead of looking at isolated systems and looking at them holistically, there's just a smarter way to build a building.
We have two ways where we save a ton of water here at Ecoplex. We collect water on the roof, and it comes down to 4 cisterns. It can hold about 24,000 gallons of water, and we use that nice clean water to toilets and urinals. We also collect the condensation water from the air conditioning units, and that, believe it or not, saves about 300,000 gallons of water a year. Most notably, we create air conditioning from our pond.
The lake was so dirty. Before this, it was a retention pond for the entire office park. One of the challenges they had was, how do you clean it up to use it for the energy management system? If they could save 1 million gallons of processed water a year, that's a real savings. They came up with a solution to do that, which was very innovative, and quite frankly, I haven't seen it anywhere else.
That water in that pond is constantly being filtered through this whole series of rocks and plant species to the point where the water is clean enough that it can be run through our cooling tower to create air conditioning. Younger people want to work in a pleasant environment. They want to have clean air. And when we just went through a pandemic, this building delivers air from the floor and exhausts it up through the ceiling. That's a one-way airflow. The data suggests that raised floors have cleaner air environments. We trademarked Ecoplex so that when people think about the way we build a project, that we're trying to come up with the best business solution for sustainability that corporate tenants can appreciate.
There's a lot of things that a good designer and a motivated owner can do to really think through an overall solution.